What is up, YouTube? Chase Oliver 68 is back here. Yes, I'm back from my break. Got a new laptop. Happy with it. Excited with it. Now, time to do a video. Wrestling related, anything related, whatever you guys want on this channel. But I'm going to be doing TNA Hardcore Justice predictions. Yes, I know that TNA has a show tonight, and I know other matches are going to be announced. Judging by the looks of it, TNA most likely will have Mr. Anderson versus Bully Ray. Why? Don't know. Don't care. You see, the card right now looks good enough for me to review, put a short input on it. And if there's matches that I missed that are not on the card officially, I'll just get to them in my review and talk about them. So let's get started. TNA Hardcore Justice predictions. It's live this Sunday in the Impact Zone, brother, where all the real wrestling happens, dude. First off, that I'm reading, 6-man tag match between AJ Styles, Daniels, and Kazarian versus the team of Immortal, which is Gunner, Abyss, and Scott Steiner. Really, this is how I'm seeing it. The way Daniels has been reacting with AJ as of late, going backstage and kind of, talking to AJ, distracting, basically looking at a way of kind of sensing that Daniels may turn heel. It kind of senses a way that Daniels is frustrated over the Destination X loss. And, Daniels is probably frustrated at the fact maybe they didn't put on a good match or something. I don't know. But Daniels is frustrated at the fact. And AJ Styles, he's letting it go. He's like in the Bound for Glory series. But, I like that they're doing this Fortune Immortal. People are going to be like, oh, they're doing this again. But you guys got to realize, they're two rival factions full of Fortune with top-level guys like AJ Styles and the Robert Roode, and then you got those mid-card guys who could add good compliments like a Kazarian and James Storm, with guys against Immortal who used to be a group with Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, like guys that were actually main eventers. Now you guys kind of like a Gunner, a dude that's like a mid-carder in the Bound for Glory series. You got Abyss, and then you got a former main eventer, a guy past his prime, and Scott Steiner. But really, I feel Immortal's going to get the win here, due to Daniels, kind of costing the team most likely. I see Daniels doing something, not like full-blown heel turn just now, but I feel Daniels is going to do something that's going to cause everything to, break loose and make it where, oh, he cost a win for Fortune. That's what I see happening, so I'm giving the win to Immortal. I don't know if everything on this card is a hardcore match. I think the stipulation for this pay-per-view, it's kind of like their gimmick pay-per-view where everything's a hardcore match. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if anyone is 100% sure, leave the comments down below. The reason why I say this is because James Storm mentioned how in the Street Fight for the tag title match, but I'm reading the tag title match and it just says, hey, this is going to be a tag team title match. It doesn't say any stipulation, so I don't know if there's some matches with stipulations or if all of them are hardcore matches. To me, I just want to know. Then we get on to a Bound for Glory series match. Thank God there's Bound for Glory series matches on these pay-per-views. It builds more to that Bound for Glory tournament. And this match actually proves some interest. We got No Job Rob, RVD, Rob Van Dam, versus Crimson, the undefeated Crimson, in a Bound for Glory series match. Now, no doubt these two are the hottest members, the hottest people in this Bound for Glory tournament. Crimson is a guy that is on top of the leaderboards right now, and RVD seems like he can't lose a match. RVD has been on a winning streak, and really, to me, it just feels like RVD always wins these Bound for Glory series matches. Every time it's a one-on-one Bound for Glory series match, RVD somehow picks up the win. And I'm not bashing Rob because of this, but really, does he need to win every match? I get it that RVD is a top guy from WWE that you want to expose to the TNA fans, and by showing them winning, if they do change to your channel, it's good for business. But at the same time, Gunner is a guy who defeated AJ Styles, who's a main eventer in the Bound for Glory series. How come he couldn't go over Rob Van Dam a week ago? I have no problem with Rob Van Dam, but I just feel like Rob Van Dam is getting too used to, I'm going to win all the time. And I really do not see this ending in a clean finish. I see this ending in like a count-out for RVD, count-out for Crimson. I don't see Rob Van Dam going to get pinned by Crimson. Who knows? All I got to say is that Crimson right now, you got something good with him. He's built up from TNA. He only wrestled one indie show besides going back to TNA. He's actually a TNA original type guy. He's a guy that you've been building up with this undefeated streak, a guy with good size and athleticism. If you guys want to give the win to Rob Van Dam, You just ruined a lot of credibility for Crimson, in my opinion, because you're trying to build up this young guy as an unstoppable force. And what makes me believe that this guy, yes, he's on top of the Bound for Glory series, but if he wins the Bound for Glory series and ends up winning the TNA World title, it kind of like, well, he lost to Rob Van Dam. And it just kind of doesn't really feel that special because they're trying to do that whole undefeated streak scene. But I still feel like Crimson's going to win, either, but not by a clean way. I think by like count out or who knows, maybe DQ by Rob Van Dam. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, this is going to be an interesting match nonetheless. Then we get a Bound for Glory series match that actually kind of has a story to it. I can see why they put this on the pay-per-view. Not a big fan of it. Pope D'Angelo and Niro is facing Devon Dudley. Why? Because Pope is talking to Devon's wife. Pope is talking to Devon's kids. Devon's kids love the Pope. You know, the backstage segments and the promos coming out of this is pretty good. But at the same time, it's kind of like, do I really care that much about this? Pope is just trying to say that he changed, and Devon's all playing like, oh, I don't believe you. And they're both baby faces in this whole scene. I don't know if this is going to lead up to a bigger story. But to me, it's just kind of like, really, do we need this on the card? But I guess it's one of the only built-up Bound for Glory series matches. So I'm fine with it. Maybe it'll lead down something in the road. Who knows? Really, the way Devon's looking in this Bound for Glory series, I mean, if you look at it, Devon Dudley has a lot more points than AJ Styles, has more points than Samoa Joe, has more points than Robert Roode. He has 21, maybe 28, I don't even know. But Devon Dudley is doing really good right now in the Bound for Glory series, and I feel like they're going to give him the win over D'Angelo De Niro. That's just me, and that's what I feel like TNA likes to do. TNA always likes to do this. They have a hot young talent where they want to push them, and a guy that, you know, is actually kind of over with the crowd, a guy that fans can support and get with, and then TNA all of a sudden is like, nah, man, we're just going to use this guy right here because he has experience or something. I don't know. It's TNA logic. Think for it yourself. So, yeah, TNA, I just feel like they're going to give it to Devon though here. Gee, remember my Impact review when I said that the TV title does not mean anything? There's no television match on this card. Yeah, no TV title match. Thanks, TNA, for ruining one of your second-tier belts. But anyways, Knockouts title match, Mickie James versus Winter. This one actually proves a really good story with Winter and Angelina Love working together, saying that they want to become the Knockouts champion, Mickie James being that champion where she's like, I'm going to fight everyone, y'all. I'll fight you guys. And, you know, this is kind of like a 2-on-1 situation. Even though it's Winter versus Mickie James, you know Angelina Love is going to get an interference. But I feel like they want to work with this whole, they want to work on this whole Mickie James Velvet Sky type of deal and finally give Velvet the belt, kind of like a passing of the torch type of thing. Not really, but, you know, Velvet's never won the belt. And Mickie is a good Knockouts champion to, like, probably give the belt to her. So I feel like they're going to have Mickie James retain it. And maybe at Bound for Glory we'll get Mickie James Velvet Sky. That's just me assuming if TNA wants to do it. But I wouldn't mind if Winter won the belt here. It could tell a good story, especially if Velvet Sky does face a Winter. Maybe it'll do something with Winter, Angelina Love, basically arguing about the belt. Who knows? So Mickie James, though, is my prediction. Wouldn't mind if Winter won. It's a win-win in this States. Then we get a tag team match between Beer Money, and they're facing Mexican America. Arriba la raza, fool. Oh, I say vato, Mexican America, man, vato, you know, all that other stuff. To me, I feel like it's time for that Beer Money split. They kind of been hinting it, if you guys don't pay attention to their backstage segments, where James Storms is always like, Robert, you just gotta relax, man, this is an injury, and Robert was like, no, this is more, this is like my career, this Bound for Glory series, it's like my career, and then James Storms like, Robert, settle down, man, listen to the Tennessee Cowboy, and really, they've been holding the belt since January. Let's give it to Mexican America. Maybe they can feud with the British Invasion again, maybe you can form another random tag team, who knows, but really, I feel Mexican America, it's time for the Beer Money to drop the straps to them. They're a great tag team, but I feel like it's time for that Beer Money split. All good things must come to an end, like people say. And this tag team, it was a good team, but it's time to get Robert Roode to that main event level. Maybe you can put James Storm in that mid-card level and actually win the television title and do something with it, unlike freaking Eric Young. Oh my god, that pisses me off. Then we get, my predictions: Mexican America for the tag title match. X Division title match: Brian Kendrick versus Alex Shelley versus Austin Aries. Austin Aries last month won the Destination X contract match, which allowed him to be in this match. Now, judging how they look at it, I really do not think TNA trusts Brian Kendrick as X Division champion. Reason why I say this is, Brian Kendrick, yes, is a good talent. But the thing about him is, his mic skills are good, just kind of so unorthodox, it's hard to tell a story with him, with someone else. And I feel like TNA wants to do an Austin Aries Alex Shelley big time match at, I don't know, Bound for Glory maybe, who knows, maybe No Surrender. But I feel like TNA really wants to push this match between Austin Aries and Alex Shelley. And I'm not going to lie, I want AA Austin Aries to win this match. He's my prediction. Reason being is, maybe they want to keep Kendrick with the long title reign, who knows. But if Austin Aries holds that belt, you finally have a legit heel to hold the X Division title. It shows that Austin Aries was worth all the hype he was, because, I don't think Austin Aries is overrated, but I'm saying, like, you had him win this contract match, and then you have him claiming he's the best X Division wrestler. Why not make him fit that claim, become the X Division champion, and you will get some good heel promos out of it, and maybe a really good storyline. Austin Aries is a guy who could tell a good story in the ring and outside the ring with his mic skills. So, I predict Austin Aries to win. I wouldn't mind if Brian Kendrick won it. I don't think Alex Shelley is going to win it just yet. I feel like they're going to wait a little while before throwing the strap on him. Then we get on to the main event. Steen versus Kurt Angle. And as Kurt Angle put it on TNA, where's my microphone? We got to make the return of the microphone. Just pretend it says Impact Wrestling. Brother, I never beat Steen in TNA. Whoa, Kurt, rewind that. I never beat Steen in TNA. I remember that you beat Steen for the world title on TNA Impact one time. And I remember you beat him in a King of the Mountain qualifying match. Flash forward to next week, what Kurt Angle said. That's sound effects for you guys. I never beat Steen the right way. There you go, Kurt. You never beat him in a good way. You never beat him man to man. That's what I like to hear, Kurt Angle. So yeah, basically Kurt Angle, the whole story here is that Kurt Angle wants to beat Steen the right way. He doesn't want to use cheap tactics. He wants to face Steen one-on-one, man-to-man for the TNA World title. And like I said, I don't know if this card is full of hardcore stuff. I don't know if it is. So that's why I need you guys to help me out here. I don't know why it's called Hardcore Justice. I like the name Hard Justice better. And try to Google image TNA Hardcore Justice. Guaranteed, it will say you're too young to view these pictures, depending on your age. But nonetheless, this world title match, I'm not expecting too much from it. Steen, as you can tell, his age inside the ring is not what it used to be. He's not really that fresh new guy anymore. He likes to work outside of the ring to hide the fact that his in-ring skills are not that great anymore. But, this new Joker character has kind of enlightened Steen, makes Steen a little bit more entertaining when it comes to the mic aspect, and a little bit more entertaining inside the ring. Really, I feel like at Bound for Glory, they want to try to do Steen to Hogan, but not for the title. At this point, I don't even know who's going to be the bad guy, who's going to be the good guy. But I feel they might actually give the belt to Angle here. I feel Angle, if he fought the Bound for Glory Series winner, either Steen or Angle, I could care less. But if Steen's going to do that Hogan thing, I'm going to say Kurt Angle. The reason why is, if you have a guy like a Crimson or a Matt Morgan, or hell, maybe even a Robert Roode, if he can reach up there, someone that, has never won the world title belt, and you defeat Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory, it kind of, has that sense where this guy that many wrestling fans know Kurt Angle, many WWE fans know Kurt Angle, this guy that is someone that has done a lot for the business, especially in WWE, and a guy who's recognizable and is considered a legend in the sport, a Hall of Famer, whatever you want to put it. It kind of, shows like, this guy is someone that you can believe if he loses, you're shocked. Because Kurt Angle has that moniker where many say he's one of the best in the world, he's the best technique wrestler, he's the only Olympic gold medalist, and if you're a newer viewer to TNA, and you saw a Crimson, and you ordered Bound for Glory, and you saw a Crimson or a Matt Morgan or Robert Roode, beat a Kurt Angle, it's kind of like, wow, this guy beat one of the best wrestlers in the world. So I just feel like Kurt Angle is just going to hold the belt until, you know, Bound for Glory and put over the young guy. That's just my prediction. But yeah, I feel Kurt Angle is going to win. I wouldn't mind if Sting won. It would be interesting to see what they do with Sting. But then again, they still have no surrender until that happens. So thank you guys all for watching my TNA Hardcore Justice predictions. Yes, I knew the whole card wasn't announced. I just wanted to get a video up for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Review will be on there. So, review will be on my channel. I'm stuttering on my words already. So yeah, subscribe up above if you haven't. Comment down below your thoughts, your predictions. What matches do you think will be added to this card? Like there needs to be any more. Like or dislike this video depending on my TNA predictions. Pretty much that's about it. I'm glad to be back. Don't forget to check my channel for my new channel schedule, which will be effective next week. And that's about it. So thank you all for watching. I'm Chase Oliver 68, and I'm coming up close to the camera. You all know what that means.